introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your part?
I'm Sean McKinley, and I play Henry David Thoreau in the play The Night Thoreau Spent in Jail. And he is a transcendentalist in the 19th century who is conflicting with the other character, Ralph Waldo Emerson, about his beliefs and how Waldo should not just preach and instead take action, like Henry.
What part impacted your life, or has it impacted you at all?
Well, playing Henry David Thoreau made me really take a different perspective on the way people should live. He believed that materialism isn't the way to go in society, and he thinks that people should open their souls and spirits up to nature, and I think that just changed the way I think about, because people today always think about materialism and things to own and stuff, and they never really think about the important things in life.
I have gone and not done something, which very much needed the not doing.
Oh, good heavens, Louisa, David Henry's gone and not done something again.
Henry David?
David Henry, you're being strange again.
He was strange. I almost understood him.
Sometimes. Sometimes I don't know who you are.
I myself, Mother. If I'm not, then who will be?
When you're baptized, they tell you who you are.
I wasn't listening.
At your christening, you didn't cry once. Not once. Reverend Ripley said how remarkable it was for a baby not to cry this christening.
You think I knew what they were doing to me?
I suppose not.
That's why I didn't cry.
He was the saddest happy man I ever knew.
The happiest sad man, I think.
He worked on Sundays and took the rest of the week off.
I wouldn't mind your being so peculiar, but you have to work so hard at it, David Henry.
Henry David.
Getting everything backwards. How did you learn your letters?
Must the alphabet begin with A? Why not with Z? Z is a very sociable letter, like the path of a man wandering in the woods. A is braced and solid. A is a house. I prefer Z. Z, Y, X, W, V.
Oh dear!
Or mix them up. Start with H. Start with Q.
Cast conformity behind you!
Cast conformity behind you.
You know what David Henry's trouble is, John?
What?
He keeps casting conformity behind him.
What that in and never breathing out. A man could suffocate on courtesy. What if God wanted to be liked instead of loved? What if the Almighty delayed every decision until he was absolutely sure it would please the majority? Great Wales might have offended some legislature, which God knew would rise up someday to speak endlessly of the common good. Common good be damned! Give me something magnificently uncommon!
Well, I don't know what you're saying, but it is a marvel to hear the way the words roll out.
I'll put it in plain Anglo-Saxon, Mr. Bailey. You are an uncommon man. You were protesting against the barn builder who shut you in with clapboard and daily working hours.
Ho, 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 ho! Don't go saying that to no judge. If they thought that I burned down a barn builder, they'd throw me in jail.
Students, hold your hand up in front of you, like this. Is there anything between my nose and my fingers? Nothing? My friends, there are millions of tiny dancing particles, whizzing back and forth, colliding with each other, and bouncing off. Stars, worlds, planets, universes, right here. Now, I give you a mystery. How do we know that these particles are really there?
How indeed.
Students, we have surprise guests in the classroom today. The chair members of the Conference School Committee, Deacon Nehemiah Ball and Mrs. Euphemia Ball. Excuse me, miss, but I think you're a little too old to be a member of this class.
Henry, a young lady is never too old for anything.
It's just that most of our students are 12 or thereabouts, and you're not exactly thereabouts.
Does it make so much difference, really? I just want to come along and listen and watch. I won't be any bother or ask any questions.
Why not?
Well, my younger brother is the only one who has the right to ask questions. He's paying tuition.
You're Miss Sewell.
How did you know?
If I can spot a cypripedium, I can spot a school.
Miss Sewell, there's only one rule in our classroom. No rules. So of course you're welcome to come along anytime you like.
Well, what about tuition?
You've already paid it. If you were ugly, we'd charge you. Or if you were 12, or thereabouts.
You're John Thoreau. You're the thundercloud Henry.
What previous educational experience have you had?
Finishing school.
Dear God.
I survived.
I warn you, Miss Sewell, John and I are not finishers. Nobody leaves us with a smooth surface. We rough up the consciousness, scrape the moss off young minds.
Oh, please, Mr. Thoreau, go back to your students. I've interrupted.
Of course you have. Every creative event that's ever happened in this world was an interruption. Unexpected, unplanned for. The only people who get any place interesting are the people who get lost. That's why the planets are so much better company than the stars. They keep moving back and forth across the sky, and you never know where you're going to find them next. Students, we have a new school, Edmund system. Prosecuted for maltreating nature.
Well, my father says that God put everything here for men to use.
Hear that? There goes a carload of two-legged pigs off to the market, emasculating the landscape with their tracks.
I rather like the railroad far better than horse and carriage.
Why?
Well, it's smoother and much faster.
And dirtier, and uglier. Thank God men haven't learned to fly. They lay waste to the sky as well as the earth, chop down the clouds.
Is that good transcendentalism, Mr. Thoreau?
No, well, yes, in a way. Take your father. Do you love the man?
Well, of course.
Why?
He's my father.
Is he beautiful?
Dear me, no.
Does he create beauty? Paint? Play a musical instrument?
No.
Can he fly like that bird? Or swim like that fellow down there?
He can swim a little. He used to. But not like that fish.
Nevertheless, you love him.
Of course.
Your love transcends what your father is and what he is not. Everything is capable of going beyond itself. Damn it, I've lost you. Put your hand in the water. Can you touch bottom?
It's too deep.
For the length of your arm, not for the length of your mind. Miss Sewell, why should your reach stop at your skin? When you cease merely living, when you transcend the limits of yourself, you cease merely living and begin to be.